Good afternoon to you. Afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you. Let's see what the Dusties do. It's always bad. It's always bad, y'all. We got two. We got a Dusty duo. And these Dusty duos were, I would label, deadly fathers. Yeah, deadly fathers. Dusty duo number one. And here's a counterpart, Dusty Dan. He's Dusty number two in the video. Again, we've said before on the channel, Dusties, they target specifically women and children, the most vulnerable, women and children. Shout out to S. Wiseman and anyone else who may have sent me this. Taking a few days off in between, but I'm going to get back on track, have some other things going on. Good things, of course, but other things nonetheless. It just blows my mind. If you're not happy with your life, or you want to cause some harm, leave other people the heck alone. Now, this Dusty right here was a father, and I believe he's still alive on $2 million bail. Let's go ahead and get to the story. Fair use. You ready to listen to the dust juice?
Children and their grandmother found murdered inside a Lancaster home. The children's father is now under arrest. Wow. Eyewitness News reporter Christian Cordero is live in Lancaster with what we've learned so far. Christian?
Day here at this Lancaster neighborhood. We have seen some people come out here to watch investigators, some to grieve over a community changed and 5 lives lost, the youngest, an infant. In Lancaster today, neighbors stood fixated on a house built 2 years ago, a home to 4 children and their family. Investigators behind the tape fixated on what went wrong.
This is an ordinarily safe neighborhood to be in. A lot of people bring their families here because it is safe.
Oh my God, yeah, that's our neighbors. We've seen them play outside with their kids before.
Police believe around 10 Sunday night, this man, who Eyewitness News has learned is 29-year-old Jamarcus David, shot and killed his mother-in-law, who was in her 50s, and 4 children, all under the age of 12. We're told the kid's mother, also the daughter of the woman killed, called 911 minutes after her life changed.
My babies are gone. What? Babies are gone? So we were all really surprised.
Officials have not yet told us who the victims are, nor have they learned why this happened. David turned himself in within an hour.
You have to be, in my opinion, in an extremely dark place. And this is something that we'll never know the circumstances of why this happened, but can't imagine doing this as a human being to another human being, especially children.
David is being held under a $2 million bail. He's expected to be in court, in Antelope Valley Court tomorrow.
Hello,
So it should have been a happy home, middle class area. Seems safe. Here's the deal. Where there is a Dusty you don't want to be, dysfunction, anger seems to follow. So a lot of times it's the appearance of. We already know what the appearance of is totally different than reality. Because see, in this picture here, he's smiling. Smiling may seem like a pleasant, friendly guy, but what's going on up here in that big head? Evilness. There's no way you can excuse this. Yeah, he went to a dark place because inside, in my opinion, given what's reported, allegedly, he's a dark and evil person. So a lot of times it's the appearance of things. You never know. Actions speak louder than words. And his actions have dictated what kind of person he is. Children that he put here, they didn't ask to be here. Nobody asked to be born. And the mother-in-law. That hate. More details will follow. And I was listening to, they had some kind of forum. This is a couple of years ago, and they had different guys on it. And it was really interesting. And I kind of wondered about this case here, where one man had said, basically, he had gotten married, and as a matter of fact, I remember I had a coworker. He was married and had two girls. Okay, they were like around, oh my gosh, I think at the time maybe 4 and 5, somewhere in there. And he said to me, which I thought, wow, that's really sad, because people in relationships, you think you know who you're dealing with, and sometimes you don't. And he was basically saying, man, he just wanted pretty much a way out. He didn't say anything violent, but he was like, what he would give to be single again. They had a home and everything, and he was like, what he would give to be single again and just have an apartment and just him. Oh, so you want to be out, you want to be for the streets. Okay, you want out of your obligation. And when he said that, I thought, dang, you got a wife, a mortgage, and 2 kids later. These girls probably haven't even started school yet, maybe preschool at best. But you want to go back and be a bachelor, a wife and a mortgage later. So I kind of wonder, we don't have all the details. I kind of wonder that sometimes these men, they don't want to man up. They sign up for the role because that's what's expected, that's what's required, or they think, hey, here's what real men should do. A lot of them not equipped. And you're right, get into a dark place and do something like this here. I'm not trying to hear he snapped. That's a crazy. If he did snap, why don't you snap, pop on your own ass and take yourself out? Leave the women and children alone. I just don't buy that defense. I buy the defense that people get so angry and they want to take it out on others. But this right here, inexcusable. So let's go ahead to Dusty Duo number 2, Dusty Dan. I believe Dusty Dan called the job and said he was going to be a little late. Had some other matters. Let's see what Dusty Dan do. Again, good afternoon to you. Let's see what an evil Dusty will do. My opinion. Here we go. Let's look at the footage. Fair use. Crazy.
Disturbing, tragic situation unfolding in New Jersey. Police say a man brutally beat his adult daughter to death, tried to do the same to his wife, and then took his own life. I'm Shayna Humphreys.
And I'm Jason Martinez. Police say that he was on the run for several hours after attacking them with a baseball bat. Our Kelly Rule following the story for us live tonight in Voorhees. Kelly.
Jason and Shada, according to court documents, during this horrific attack, 57-year-old Gregory Kellerman said to his wife, quote, "I can't take it anymore," and told his daughter was a Temple University student with a bright future.
It's just sad. Something like this would happen.
An emotional day and a half for mom Chrissy Radovich. She's still trying to process what happened feet from her home and to a woman she watched grow up.
She was just a good girl. I know that she was a very smart girl and, just ready to start her life.
The Camden County Prosecutor's Office says 22-year-old Catherine Katie Kellerman, seen here on her Facebook page, was killed by her own father, 57-year-old Gregory Kellerman. He's also accused of attempting to kill his wife, Katie's mother. Court documents say Katie's mother called 911 from their home on Round Hill Road in Voorhees Township just before 7 a.m. Monday, saying she and her daughter were beaten by Kellerman with a baseball bat. Documents say she told investigators her husband woke her up, striking her with the bat, and when she crawled into her daughter's room, she was already badly beaten and unresponsive. Documents say Kellerman contacted his employer after 10 a.m. saying he was going to be late due to a family emergency, but never showed up to work. Cooper University Healthcare confirms he was an employee there.
Sick to my stomach. I still can't get over this. I mean, on surface level, you would never, ever expect anything like that to happen. They seem like a close-knit family. I just saw him Saturday. He was doing his leaves.
The U.S. Marshals Service and local police searched for Kellerman through the night. Tuesday morning around 11:30, officials say his body was found in a wooded area behind the Robin Hill Apartments on Preston Avenue with what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Temple University confirms Katie was a student there and her mom is an employee.
She was always with her dad. I mean, they always, seemed like he was always taking them to school when she was in school. That was just very sad.
Katie's mom is still in the hospital recovering tonight. We're told she's in critical but stable condition.
And Katie's mom, I hope you don't turn out to be Mrs. Fool number 2, like some of these women, to stand by your man because he was in a dark place. I hope you don't do that. So the mother survived. Guess what? She didn't. Beaten to death by her dad with a baseball bat. Always together. Oh, he can't take it anymore. He can't take it anymore. Huh. You can't take it anymore. What? I wonder what he meant by that. Are you tired of being a provider? People get stressed out. Then I'm sorry. I'm going to say this. May piss some of the men off. That's hella weak. Yeah, I said it. It's hella weak. You can't take it anymore. You appear to have a stable place to live, stability in your life, employment. You have a wife and 1 kid. Oh, but you can't take it anymore. Can't take what? A lot of women have no stability. And when you live in check to check and you rent and you don't own, that's not stability. That's basic surviving. Miss 1 check. Uh-oh, everything gets upset. Miss 1 check. But yet those women keep on going, and people want to wag their mouths about single mothers. Well, I guess what they could do is do like the old no good raggedy dad and just drop the kids off, let them be orphans in the street. And some pretty much do that. Yeah, there are some women that do that, but the majority try and go on to work. They gotta be hella strong. But here he is, 2 incomes. The wife had a job and he's working too. You have 1 shot, you can't take it anymore. Maybe he wants to be for the streets. Maybe he wants to chase girls his daughter's age. You can't take, oh, it's just so stressful for you. It's so, you can't take it anymore. A lot of women, especially in the BC, I'm sure they felt that way too, but they keep on going. Because they know they have to provide not just for themselves, but for the children. They accept responsibility. The man is gone, she got to move on. But you got some stability in your life. You just can't take it anymore. Everybody has a point, but unless we can find out something major, which we probably won't unless the wife says something, this right here, you're week behind to this here, maybe it's better you do walk off. Because in this case here, maybe the mom and the daughter, maybe her daughter will still be alive. He can't take it anymore. Some women, I know it's hard. I can imagine. I don't know through experience, but I mean, hello, I have common sense. I've been around family, and I'm a proud aunt, and I know it takes a lot of money and the time and energy just to sometime enjoy a pedicure, a manicure for a working woman with children, a single mom. That could be a little relaxing moment for her, little things like that. But they keep on going, and that just shows your test and your resolve. When you become a mom, a decent mother now, not talking to the Dustinas, you give up your lives for yourselves, and a lot of people don't want to recognize that. They don't. A lot of people, they don't want to recognize that. You're giving up your lives for yourself. And even when you're married, that's a whole lot. And married, working, then put kids in the mix. There's so much expected of women that that's just reality. Men can come home and chill. If a woman is working and she's a mom, come home and chill what? Cooking, cleaning, laundry, running errands. There's hardly any time, anything left for you. Decent women, they give and they give and they give. So him sitting here, he's got help. You can't take anymore. Can't take anymore what? Maybe what it is, you're just weak and you don't want to continue the role that you set up as a father, as a provider. I've heard him about, one guy having a drink complaining about Disney. Well, yeah, you spend $17,000 a week to stay on Disney property and all the airline tickets and, the shopping and all that stuff. But you planned for that. You saved up maybe 3 years, and now that time is here at Disney. He spent the $17,000, but guess what? He's stressed out because the Disney experience is not about him. Hell no. It's about the kids. But the wife and the kids were happy. And he's like, I need a drink. But guess what? That's the sacrifice you make as a good father. That's a vacation. Your wife and kids happy, you better happy your ass up. You help put them here. This is what you created. So you save for 3 years, every 3 or whatever couple of years, and then you go to this and do your thing. Yeah. You may have to kind of fall back and say, hey, next time we're going to make another investment, do something he likes. I'm sure he's just talking, feeling a little crappy, but it's like, yeah, $17,000 at Disney, and then it's all for them. I just want to have a drink, and I'm not having blah, 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 blah. It's a give and take. It's a give and take. So you can't take anymore? Oh, okay. It's give and take. There's no 50-50. That's life, give and take, especially when you have a family. It can't always be about you, one person. So he can't take it anymore. I have no sympathy for the man, none whatsoever. A lot of people have it a hell of a lot worse, and they cope in different ways. But see, when things are easier for you and you kind of got the hookup on some things, life is a little bit easier, guess what? That makes you a little bit more fragile. Hard time comes, something happens, you can't cope. So am I a mean person? No, I just know that there are women that are single parents, one income. And that can be scary. If you have two, at least you got a darn backup. If you've got two, you got a backup. One income is all on you. How do you think those women feel? He can't take anymore. So Dusties, this is what they do. They seem to really and truly victimize women and children. They seem to victimize women and children. Where there is one Dusty, your behind does not want to be. And it's the holiday season, and the worst thing about it, guess what? This will continue on. Anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Ladies, you with a man that's feeling pressure, you don't know if he gonna TikTok, go crazy, lose it. Proceed with caution. Proceed with caution. It would have been better for him to just leave if he's gonna get to this level. You see a guy that can't take much pressure, and he kind of losing it, getting a little cuckoo in the head. Might be time to say, we need a break. You can let him go ahead and go. Don't try to just hold on to something. I know sometimes women try to hold on to relationships because we're more emotional. And in marriage, These last two men, these last two videos show you what can happen. The first one, we don't know what happened here, why he decided to do what he did, but I believe it's with 4 children gone and a grandmother. The wife is still here. So these two women have something in common. His wife is still here, and his wife is still here. She's in recovery. It'll be interesting to see if they're going to put their mammy boots on and try to cape for these men. I hope not. He's on the screen. This one here is deceased, took himself out. Little TT, they already got him $2 million bond. But as usual with the Dusties, they victimize women and children. And unfortunately, during the holiday season, crimes like this here will increase. Again, ladies, you start to see signs of instability in these men, your husband, boyfriend, partner, whomever it is. Pump the brakes. He wants to leave, let him leave. If it's going to get that bad, suggest he leave. Well, I'm worried about money. You can figure, well, look about life. But this is what they do. Victimize women and children. Anyway, thanks for listening. This went on a little longer than I anticipated. I look forward to your comments. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, share, and I am out.